Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Alabama pushing the tempo. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Still looking, on the move. He'll let it go down the right side. At the 45, on his way. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. A first down for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. The option look. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. It's complete. Ball is loose. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard, 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. They're going to throw it again. That's caught. It's Bond. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Just a simple power ball. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Quarterback moving. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 4th down, going to the air. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Off he goes.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that was a coverage sack, guys. How about the job in the back end by the defense? Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the football. He had to hold on to it, and finally they bring him down.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive and trying to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. 2nd down coming up. The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Haynes. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Still running at the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown tie. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. offense. Miller with the ball. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Calls his own number. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Here comes the Texas offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Here comes the option.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Longhorns are marching down the field.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Golden. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Longhorns are in the red zone. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the wood.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Golden. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over. And talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
They'll go to the toss.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 17, Texas 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end route.
On the option. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the move, it's Blue. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Blue. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to get the corner. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
To the air. It's Manning. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did it.
Oh, look out! The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Bama! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Grabs it in the middle. On the move at the 30. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Timber. Cricket. Tuna.
Looking to move it through the air. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0. Ball game is over. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll run the option. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
To the air, it's Manning. It's complete to the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the move. Got the first down. Looking for more. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Working that left side now. Stopped after making the catch. Alabama quickly back to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to throw on 3rd. Caught close to the marker. It's Bernard. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Coming out with it, it's Golden. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Makes the grab down the middle. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And that's exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now he's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Fast motion from the offense. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got it past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. Back to throw, it's Manning. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Golden. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He wants to go deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Coming after him. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half.
Texas.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Milroe. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds a man on the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The give is to Miller. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bond. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
He makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless.
And he's running in the open. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. Oh, big juke to get past. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Who needs that smell salt? Goodness gracious, that linebacker just opened the eyes of the running back, running through the hole and hitting him right in the mouth.
And, man, he may have to have the molars checked out after that one, but at least he was able to hang on to the football.
Secure that football. It is hard to do when you get hit that hard, especially when you get that face right there on the football. Nice job by the back holding the ball.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. It's Golden. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Wide out in motion. Wants to go up top. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
That keeps the score. Alabama 10, Texas 8.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff.
Texas.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Now on 2nd down. They'll run it. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback checking the play. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Quick release on the RPO. Runs through the tackle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The offense set for a 1st down play. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.